Good morning. Welcome back to Open Hand Farm. Today, I have a renovation project of sorts. I have a room that I'm going to make some changes in. If you've watched my videos, you know that my mom was living with us. Well, she has now moved to Iowa to be with my baby sister. And so the room that she was in has been a bedroom. And I decided to make it a room that would be more of a workspace for me. So first we're gonna paint, and then you'll see what we decide to do with this room. Come along, let's get this project going. This is the room that my mom was in. She's now gone to live with my sister in Iowa. And that is my baby sister, her baby girl. So that's exciting. I'm sure they'll have lots of fun together. So the room is blue. It looked kind of gray in the video, but it's blue. We put this fun window film on this window, and it's so pretty in here with all the rainbows when the sun shines through it. So my goal is to paint this room, and you'll just have to wait and see what I put in here. The hallway is kind of a yellow color, and I wanted this to be a more neutral room. And I was getting my paint mix, and I thought, I think it's the same color as this yellow, and I really hoped it wasn't. Well, this is the paint swatch, and it's not. So I'm really excited about this. It's a very neutral, light tan. So I'm going to get busy cutting this in and getting it painted. Okay, I got all the cutting in done. I will have to do a second coat, especially over the blue, but I'm ready to start rolling. You can see that the cutting in needs another coat. So I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and cut this in again so that I can paint up next to it and kind of hide the paint lines, and then roll the walls and be done with it. I'm gonna let this wall dry to make sure that I am correct, that I don't think it will need another coat, and then come back. I wanted to see if that's gonna be true for the blue paint as well. So let's do some rolling and see what happens. I'm just gonna let that dry and see if I'm happy with it. It looks so yellow next to the blue, but it's really not. It's the same brown that's in here. So once it's all painted, it'll look brown. I decided I needed to paint the whole wall because otherwise it might show where I had stopped and started again. But now, if I can get this out of frame, the blue out of frame, you can see that it is a beautiful kind of tan color. Okay, I put a coat on everything, cut in twice, rolled once, and we'll see how it dries. The hallway, I think, is going to be great. No worries. The walls are dry, and I got the plug covers back on, and it looks great. I love it. I love the coziness of this color. This hallway leads into a smaller room. This is kind of like a mother-in-law suite. So here's the door into the family room area, and this door goes into the creamery, which is the laundry room also. This was my office before my mom moved in. So now I have pulled everything to the middle of the room, and I'm painting in here. All right, you guys, this is not the room that I just painted. This is a room that you have seen before, but probably don't recognize it because I took everything out of it that you had seen in here before. That is what's going in the other room. This was my sewing room. Now we'll go in here. This is going to have the twin size bed. All of this will not be here. And my desk to put my computer at and be able to work in here. So this room has been a bedroom ever since we moved in here. And it has been used. My daughter-in-law's mother stayed here when she had foot surgery. She was here for 8 weeks. And my mother-in-law stayed in this room and actually passed away here instead of having to be in a hospice facility or a hospital. Then my mother stayed here for a year and has recently gone to live with my sister. Look at the rainbows coming from the window film. How fun. I love this room. I feel like it is the best room of the house because of the space that it is, because of the location of it, because it has a bathroom, a closet, and then this extra little room. I love it. So now it's going to be my office, a guest bathroom, and my sewing room. I will try to get everything put away. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and I still have some things to do for that. And obviously, this room needs to be finished so that it's not a disaster when my kids come. So it comes first. Then I will start putting things away better in the sewing room and the office. I will come back and show you when it's all done. Okay, I have definitely made progress here. This is so much better. And I think I'll be able to put yet another table in this area if I configure them correctly for my community dinners. Let me show you in here. I've gotten some progress. You can see the floor now. And then in here, we've gotten stuff all moved in here. Some things in place. How's it looking, Gigi? Do you think it's good?
Yeah.
Good. Do you think I can teach you to sew in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been asking me to teach her how to sew. And then shelf over here. And this stuff needs to be put away. But I have this closet, which I've kind of shoved things in for right now. And it's got shelves. Whoa, there we go. And more shelves, and then a top shelf. I moved these little storage units in here so I can do a lot of organizing in this closet. Okay, are you ready to see the finished product? I mean, there's always tweaking that can be done, but I think I'm pretty much ready. Okay, here we go. Here is the first room, and we still have a bed here so that we could have someone stay here. We have another room that has a queen-size bed, but I have a friend that might come and stay some weekends, and so she could sleep here. Or if my mom comes back for a visit, this is her bed and she could sleep here. And then the bathroom is still just right there and easy for her to do. And my desk is put back together with my computer instead of being in the other room. I feel so good about the way this is turning out. So here is a view from here. There's my ironing board hanging there. So convenient. And let's go into the sewing room. I love these big drawers that we found, and Mark just put a wooden top on, so it works great as a workspace. I wanted to make sure I had a small side against the wall so that I have 3 sides that I could work on and be able to have larger things on it. I brought some of my plants in because I needed to empty a table that is where the Christmas tree goes anyway, and that's a very sunny window. So I decided to try some in here. Now, you can see I have sewing machine, serger, sewing machine. Now, Genesee has already told me that this will be her sewing machine and that will be mine. We'll see how that works. I have this big countertop that I got at a garage sale for $5 like a million years ago. And we just used 2 file cabinets to put it on top of, and it works great. I can slide my chair back and forth to whatever machine I'm using, and it works well. I wanted to have a comfortable chair in here, so I brought this rocking chair down from the attic. It's a rocking chair that a friend gave me, and the pictures on the wall, my mom made these. Let me get closer. So these are counted cross-stitch pictures. She did them years ago, and I just love them. They still represent me. She did such a great job. I have 2 sisters, and this one is called Sisters 3. This one is called The Quilter. I don't really quilt, you guys, but I love to sew. Now, the reason I wanted a comfy chair is because on this side of the room, I have a TV. And that way, when I get up early in the morning, because I get up about 4:30, nobody else is awake. I don't want to be loud in the family room. So I'll just come in here, have my coffee, have my quiet time, work on my Bible study, and then if I have time, I'll watch a couple YouTube videos and try to learn something. I always enjoy learning. I'm just so pleased with the way this turned out. On this wall, I have a big shelf that was in the sewing room before. And it has some pretty things on it and some usable things on it. This shelf is dedicated to my parents. There's a picture of my dad and my parents' wedding picture. And then this shelf is dedicated to my grandmother. She gave me these geese. I used to admire them in her house, and so she gave them to me before she passed, and that is her marriage certificate behind them. My grandfather was a fisherman, and this was his net needle that he would repair his nets with. I put my iron in this little tin box. That way, if I need to take it off the top of the table, I can do that very easily, but being up here, if it's still hot when I put it away, the kids can't get to it. This is my favorite room of the house, always has been, and now it represents me. I hope you love these rooms as much as I do. I will be spending a lot of time in here, so you'll probably be seeing some videos from in here also. Thanks so much for coming along, and let me know what you would use a room like this for. What kind of things do you like to do? And until next time, blessings on you and yours.